Hello everyone, welcome to Celebrity Squad. Today we're talking about top 10 exposed during the quarantine. But before we get to the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also leave a comment down below for a chance to win our monthly shout out. Let's get to the video. The current coronavirus pandemic has changed life as we know it, and adjusting to the new normal has been difficult for many, including some celebrities. While some stars have reacted positively, donating money to coronavirus-related causes, or just using their platform to raise awareness about the pandemic and the importance of social distancing, others have drawn criticism for their words or actions. Whether it's Madonna calling coronavirus the great equalizer, or Khloe Kardashian spreading rolls of toilet paper across her sister's yard during a shortage, here are 17 celebrities who've been problematic during the coronavirus pandemic. DeGeneres reportedly kept her crew in the dark about their pay and working schedules during the pandemic. In April, news broke that DeGeneres' crew was furious about a lack of communication over their pay during the coronavirus shutdown. Variety cited two anonymous sources as saying that the long-running talk show's core stage crew, which consists of more than 30 employees, had not received any communication about the status of their working hours or pay, and that producers had not checked in about their mental and physical health. Furthermore, the crew members were left in the dark about how much they would be paid, or whether they would be paid at all, for more than 2 weeks, according to the Variety report. DeGeneres' show has continued to air, with the host recording from her home in California, but Variety reported that only 4 members of the core crew were working on the show's lockdown edition, with a non-union tech company being brought on to help as well. And despite a statement from Warner Brothers Television saying the crew has been paid at a consistent rate, albeit at reduced hours, crew members were still said to be upset about a lack of personal care from the show, and feel the way they have been treated is not in keeping with DeGeneres' famous "be kind" advice. Other people, including a former bodyguard and ex-producer for the show, have called out the talk show host in recent weeks for rude and generally out-of-touch behavior. Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, and Kendall Jenner came off as insensitive while talking about how they can't feel bad for their wealth since they worked hard. Kendall joined her friends Justin and Hailey for an Instagram live stream on April 10th. While they laughed about past memories together, they began to discuss how blessed they were at a time when people were crippling. The conversation began with Justin asked the Keeping Up with the Kardashians reality star how she's faring in her newly renovated home. "Oh my God, it's literally my favorite place on the planet," the supermodel told him. "I worked for so long to get it to the point that it's at. I renovated it for like a year." With his wife sitting slightly behind him, the yummy singer steered the conversation toward how blessed they were during the pandemic. "How blessed are we? A lot of people obviously in this time have a crappy situation," he said. Kendall cut in to add, "I think about it all the time." The Intention singer continued, "They look at us and obviously we worked hard for where we're at, so we can't feel bad for the things that we have. But I think us taking that time to acknowledge that there are people who are crippling is important. We send our love and support to them." In response, people expressed their distaste for the comments, pointing out that both models were born into wealthy, famous families. Others begged them to stop trying to relate to everyday people. Madonna called the coronavirus the great equalizer in a bizarre bathtub video. In the now-deleted video where the 61-year-old wore nothing but jewelry, she gave a sermon-like speech about how the pandemic doesn't discriminate between the rich and poor while soaking in a tub filled with flower petals. Madonna captioned the March post, "No discrimination COVID-19," and provided an array of hashtags, including "Be Creative." That's the thing about COVID-19. It doesn't care about how rich you are, how famous you are, how funny you are. She said in the video, "It's the great equalizer, and what's terrible about it is what's great about it. What's terrible about it is that it's made us all equal in many ways, and what's wonderful about it is that it's made us all equal in many ways," the singer added. Unsurprisingly, fans quickly shut down Madonna's theory in the comments, accusing her of romanticizing a global tragedy. The singer also caused a bit of a stir on social media on April 30th when she said she was going to breathe in the COVID-19 air after finding out she tested positive for coronavirus antibodies. Vanessa Hudgens received backlash after she called coronavirus deaths inevitable. It's a virus. I get it. I respect it. At the same time, even if everybody gets it, yeah, people are going to die, which is terrible, but inevitable, the actress said in an Instagram live stream in March. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now, Hudgens finished while laughing. After hearing the actress's comments, people began to tweet their reactions to the video. Many of them called her selfish and expressed their anger toward the High School Musical actress. Hudgens subsequently responded to the backlash in another Instagram post, telling followers, "I realized today that some of my comments are being taken out of context. It's a crazy time. It's a crazy, crazy time." She continued, "I'm at home and in lockdown, and that's what I hope you guys are doing too, in full quarantine and staying safe. Yeah, I don't take this situation lightly by any means." In the middle of a toilet paper shortage, Khloe Kardashian TP'd her entire sister's house. Khloe wasted rolls of toilet paper to pull a prank on Kourtney Kardashian on May 9th. At the time, many people couldn't get their hands on paper products, specifically toilet paper. Not understanding that the joke came off as out of touch, Kourtney showed off her toilet paper-covered mansion on her Instagram story and called the prank genius. "I haven't had this much excitement in months," the eldest Kardashian said. While the Kardashian sisters are known for their lavish, over-the-top lifestyle, Khloe's decision to use an excessive amount of toilet paper for a game exposed how detached from reality the stars are from the stress and brutal reality that millions of Americans are facing during the pandemic. Kendall Jenner ignored shelter-in-place orders to get much-needed air, even though she lives in a newly renovated mansion. Kendall and Devan were reportedly social distancing together before their drive in late April. However, they ignored California's stay-at-home orders by going on a leisure trip and stopped at a public rest stop on the way, according to TMZ. They took a road trip for some much-needed air, a source told the outlet. Given that Kendall told the Biebers that she just finished renovating her 6,625 square foot Beverly Hills mansion during their April 10th Instagram live stream, people called out the supermodel for needing air while everyday people were social distancing. In early May, Kevin Spacey compared coronavirus layoffs to his own experience of being accused of sexual assault. The disgraced actor told listeners of a German podcast that he could empathize with those who lost their jobs because of the pandemic, even though very different reasons and circumstances led to his own unemployment. "I still believe that some of the emotional struggles are very much the same," Spacey explained. "So I do have empathy for what it feels like to suddenly be told that you can't go back to work or that you might lose your job, and that it's a situation that you have absolutely no control over." The former House of Cards star was accused of sexual misconduct by numerous people, starting with actor Anthony Rapp in 2017, and has since been effectively blacklisted from Hollywood. Dr. Phil criticized the coronavirus shutdown and incorrectly cited that more people die annually from swimming pools. Dr. Phil infuriated people after criticizing the shutdown for COVID-19, citing swimming pools, smoking, and car accidents as larger threats than the virus during an appearance on Fox News on April 16th. The fact of the matter is, 40,000 people die a year from automobile accidents, 480,000 people from cigarettes, 360,000 a year die from swimming pools, but we don't shut the country down for that. But yet, we're doing it for this? The celebrity doctor said. He incorrectly stated the number of deaths from swimming pools, as the CDC reports that it's closer to 3,500 than 360,000. After facing backlash for his comments, Dr. Phil, who is a former psychologist with no experience in epidemiology, said that he probably used bad examples during his interview. Thanks for watching our video. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe. And check out these videos. We think you'll love them.